So we always want the best ability to have stability. Hey, it's Troy Casey, Certified Health Nut, here today to talk about exercise again. And this component of exercise, we're going to talk about stability and Swiss balls. Paul Chek pioneered a lot of core stability, primal patterns, functional fitness, and the basic premise or the basic tenets of his exercise protocols is always flexibility, stability, strength, and then power. And again, Paul is one of the biggest strength training coaches in the world. People like Laird Hamilton are his clients. And so he's a good person to listen to, and he's a great mentor to have because he backs it up with all sorts of research and great stuff. And so Athena wanted to come on this video today. And the great thing about kids is they learn all this stability coming out of the womb and then starting to walk and pushing up with their upper extremities and then eventually walking and stumbling around and really getting that balance in. And through faulty recruitment patterns or bad habits, car injuries, trauma, eventually we get into locked up, calcified situations that hinder our stability. And so it's always good to get into a good movement program, whatever floats your boat. Whatever you will do every day is what's encouraged to be done in general. So if that's walking, riding your bicycle, doing yoga, or lifting weights, then of course do that. But whatever you will do is what I recommend you doing. And if you haven't had an exercise program in a while, watch my Tai Chi videos because that's a great way to energize the body, lubricate the body, and get the body in action and ready for a Swiss ball. So, without further ado, I'll just give you a couple of things that I like to do on the Swiss ball, and I'm no expert by any means. However, I'd like to remind you that as above, so below. Your brain or your nervous system and your body are all connected. Mind is an embodied process, meaning our brain ganglia, our gray matter material, myelinates or hardwires our nervous system. And so as we get older, if we lose or get into faulty motor recruitments, a great way to override that or relearn them is getting on a Swiss ball. And your learning centers of the brain and the balance centers are very closely related. I learned that in yoga. So whenever you can help yourself with your balance, it's always a good idea, especially as you get older. And so again, this is a longevity technique, an anti-aging technique. Paul Chek, I think when he gave an anti-aging lecture, he said one of the top things to do is simply buy a Swiss ball and get on top of it, because no matter what, once you're on top of it, you have to relearn it. First thing you can do is just get on 4-point. This is kind of a small Swiss ball for me. So this is a 4-point. And you can get on a 2-point. So a 4-point is like this. Just get on it like a dog. You can roll around on it. And even if it doesn't seem hard, it will still activate your brain and your stabilizers. And then for some more advanced, you can get up on one knee. Just holding these. You can do press-ups. You can do stretches. I mean, it's always good. And I can get on it. And then when I'm not on it for a few weeks, I can feel the difference. Also, if you're having problems balancing, breathe deeper. Breathe into your balls. Breathe into your lower belly. And that activates energy that piles through your nervous system. And so I haven't stood up on the ball in a while, but let's see if I can actually do that today. Now, I don't recommend trying to stand up on the ball, especially on cement, because that ball can move out very fast and you can whack your elbow or your wrist or even your head. And I've done it once before trying to show off. Not a good idea, trust me. So take it slow. Hopefully you're on a cushioned area at your gym. This is a grass area, so it's perfect for doing it. Usually, if I'm as naked as possible, I have the less obstructions. And so if I try and do it with jeans or pants on, it ends up being too difficult for me. So, and sometimes barefoot helps as well, or my Vibrams. And so, let me try it again. And that's the thing. If you fall or you jump off, you try again. And this helps the brain activate, helps the nervous system relearn. And the more we help the nervous system relearn, stay activated and stabilized, because we're always dealing with gravity, right? So we always want the best ability to have stability. And contrary to popular belief, especially with stuff like six-pack abs, spot reducing, this is actually the way you get six-pack abs, is by activating your nervous system that drives the musculature. And doing functional fitness. And then you have real six-pack abs. I think that there's a lot of nonsense being sold on the internet as six-pack abs. And much respect out there to Mike Chang, because it seems like he's making a lot of money. But when you look at his staff on some of his videos, not everybody's got six-pack abs. In fact, he looks like the only person, or one of the few, that have six-pack abs in his group. So don't get sold onto the illusion. And so if you want six-pack abs, that's going to come down to diet. That's going to come down to functional exercise, especially as you get older. You can spot reduce when you're young. Let's face it. If you get testosterone and you're eating some protein and you're building anyways, your body has the easy ability to activate your transverse abdominals. I love LA. Helicopters flying everywhere. So don't be duped on the whole six-pack ab thing. If you want six-pack abs, then it's a lifestyle, and there's a little bit more work involved. If you want something that's functional, you want your abdominal wall to be functional. And of course, that's attached to your breathing apparatus. And so I'm almost 50, and it's not that I have the most perfect or largest ab structure. However, I do have my musculature activated, and a large portion of that comes from my diet. I think for someone my size, I could use a bigger ball. So you want your butt to be a little bit taller than your knees when you're purchasing a ball. So I could use a bigger ball. I think this is a 55 centimeter, and I think I could use the next size up. And it's always good if you buy a good ball. This is a Dura ball. If you try and pop it, it's not going to explode. So if you've got, 300-pound bench press you're trying to do, you don't smash your shoulders and your whole forearm if the ball breaks. So there's a little bit of science to the ball, and I think Paul Chek's got plenty of programs on the ChekInstitute.com if you really want to get into the ball a little bit deeper. Another great exercise while I'm covering the ball is the supine ball roll, and this will activate your glutes as well as all your abdominal muscles. So you just inch your way out to the side and you come back. Maybe do a 3 count on each side. Try and keep level. And if you've got the strength and ability, you can go down and shoot up. Keep the head on the ball as well for the supine ball roll. So, again, by all means, I'm no ball expert, but you can see just rolling around in the ball a little bit gets me breathing, gets my nervous system activated, and you know, the nervous system's a funny thing. It doesn't seem like we're working out that much, but the nervous system actually needs more recovery when we're learning new things. And so my advice is just get on the ball, play with it, breathe deep, and see what happens. And try not to hurt yourself on it. And learn a whole bunch of other moves. I'm sure there's plenty of Swiss ball exercises you can find on the YouTube. I like trying to stand on it though, because it does look pretty epic. And if you're in London and you really want to get your game on and you can afford it, I recommend working with Warren Williams. This guy can stand on 2 balls at one time, and I've seen his athletes work on the balls as well. And so he's a master balance guy. He comes from martial arts, and it's one thing he's into is balance on the Swiss ball. Woo! Woo! Woohoo! This makes you sweat, man. It's giving me a run for my money. This is a workout within itself. It's making everything from my feet up fire to stabilize me. Breathe into the balls. You can bounce on the balls too. We'll see how long the battery lasts. And I last up on this thing. Now my legs are getting quite tired just from doing this. And I've only had a Swiss ball for the last couple of years, and I don't use it every day or every week. However, I think I might start. So I can feel it in my ass, and my legs. And I went through a bout of exhaustion as a new dad, and I think I probably picked up all sorts of faulty motor recruitments and had to rehab my arm just from picking kids up. Just being flat out tired, man, and exhausted. And so you wake up out of bed and it's hard to even move. And so I think a bunch of my stuff atrophied. So it's probably a good thing that I have a ball. And it's funny, I've been up here for maybe 1 or 2 minutes and my whole system's starting to get exhausted. Woo! Woo! Oh, I can feel everything shaking right around my butt and my pelvic region. And so, really good exercise. So again, this is Certified Health Nut, encouraging everyone to get outside, breathe into your balls like Elliot Hulse says, get a Swiss ball to activate your brain activity and your whole nervous system, and to turn on the potential for real six-pack functional abs. So that's what you want. This is Certified Health Nut signing out. Assalamu alaikum.